And again, as I was saying, as a young black man, it's more worse, it's more harder because there's systematic racism, and it's being exposed more and more. During this time, we've had time to sit down, and through this coronavirus situation, even though it was a negative situation, what you need to be doing as young people is saying to yourself, okay, then we're coming out of a lockdown now. What do I want to do with my life? And you have to make your life. You have to make positive decisions. You know what I mean? You have to start training your mind. Training your mind to deal with people that are deal with family or friends or whoever it is around that's not going to like the fact that you don't want to be involved in the streets. You have to make that tough decision. It doesn't even matter how hard the decision is. You have to remember this. You may feel the pressure of not joining, or you may feel the pressure of not being involved. You may feel the pressure of not having money in your pocket, not being able to drive the car, not having the money to go out and do certain things. But you have to remember this. The first gift that everybody gets in life, doesn't matter who you are, doesn't matter where you start from, doesn't matter where you're coming from, doesn't matter if you started from a position of privilege, it doesn't matter if you started on the top, doesn't matter if you started from the bottom, it doesn't really matter where you started from. The gift that everybody is given is the gift of life. So that should be your first value. So even though you may not have a nice car, you may not have money in your pocket, you may not be living the life that you want to live, be grateful that you're breathing, because the reality is a lot of young men and women too, and young people, they're dying just to get to the next level, just to make money, just to have the latest, just to drive a nice car. And again, I love nice things, I want nice things myself, but I'm alive, I'm breathing, I'm not dead, I'm not in the madhouse. You know what I mean? I haven't got no beef with no one, I've not been stabbed or shot, and I've lived close to the situation. I grew up in parts of London. I grew up in, I lived in Thamesmead. I've lived in New Addington. I've lived in Brockley. I spent most of my young years from 13 up in Birmingham. So I've lived in parts of Winson Green, Handsworth, Perry Bar, Lascelles. You know what I mean? And I've had to live my life for me, not to glorify no next man or to get approval from anyone else, but I've had to be my own man. And you have to be your own man the right way, not the wrong way. That's what it is. It's not about, oh, I'm going to be my own man and I'm just going to start, I'm going to have my own gun and I'm going to have my own weed and I'm going to have my own knife and I'm going to do my own thing in the wrong way, but you're still putting out negativity into the world. You can't expect positive things and you want to put out negative things. Yes, there's barriers to success, and I get that, but there's barriers that are coming down, and there's black people that have had to fight hard. I'm going to say black people because young black men are the ones that are more prone to die from street life. So I'm going to say there is black people that have achieved, but if you really want to achieve and you want the best for yourself, then do the right thing. You ain't going to be blessed picking up a curse. And picking up a knife is a curse, picking up a gun is a curse. Why? Because it represents death. Now, why would you want to roll around with something that represents death but expect blessings, but expect life? It don't make sense. But I feel the pressure, my friends are carrying one, and there's too much negativity around me. Okay, so why don't you be that positive energy? I can tell you this much. I've had someone that's tried to attempt to take my life 3 times. I've had the next guy that wanted to take my life once and it didn't work. And you know why I believe it didn't work? Because one, I don't put out negative energy, because negative energy attracts negative energy, but I put out positive energy. And then 2, I had to be wise enough to say, you know what, my ego don't mean nothing right now, my life does, and I'm not living just for myself, but I'm living for the future version of myself. I'm 33, the 21-year-old version of JP, Jean-Paul, had to say, you know what, I have to make sure that I'm making the right decisions and swallow my pride from now so that I can live to see 33. And now I'm 33 and I'm at university. I've got dyslexia. That means that when I went to school, I didn't understand the curriculum. I didn't understand the books. I didn't speak properly. I had speech problems, spelling problems, writing problems, understanding information problems. But that didn't stop me from wanting to be the better version of myself. That didn't make me feel like, you know what, I'm gonna start hitting the road and doing all sorts of things. Yes, there's temptations there, you know, to do these things, but that's why I said you have to keep training your mind. You have to speak to yourself. You have to encourage yourself and put yourself around people again that you can relate to. Now, if you feel like if you're 11, 12, 13, 14, no matter what age it is, and you're struggling, even as a man you're struggling, talk to me, because and reach out to me through Twitter. This Twitter will get circulated, but I know what depression is. I know what loneliness is. I know what rejection is. I know what insecurity is. I know what fear is. I know what doubt is. I know what feeling unsure is. I know what, you know, being let down is. I know what loss is. You know, my son, you know, my little baby boy Chase, he was born 23 weeks early on my 30th birthday in 2017. Lived to see another, I got to spend the day with him, and then he passed away. And I buried him on the 1st of September, the 3rd of September, the same year, 2017, and it was hard. You know, I tried to set up a business in 2018, literally a few months after that, and you know, I did the best that I could do with the business. I don't have no background knowledge in business, but I'm good at cleaning. So I managed to set up a website, register the business, ran some ads, which was pay a bit of money on Facebook and Google, and I got a few domestic cleaning calls, made a little bit of money, but not enough to, you know, sustain me. And then, you know, I just thought, you know what, this is not where my heart is. And then, you know, I decided that I need to do something to help out young people. Now I'm at university. You know, got into university last year, 2019, September. They rejected me at first, but you see, I got that fuel and I got that fire and I got that positivity. And if someone's telling me no for the right, they're telling me no for a reason that is valid and for a reason that's going to help me to be better in life, you will have enough power within you to bypass it, because you know that they're telling you no for the wrong reason. Because I didn't start life at the top. I really didn't. I really started life at the bottom. And again, I'm doing this not just for myself but for other people as well. So I got into university, and now I'm studying youth and communities so that I can be an effective youth worker. Now I've got a whole life of background where I could be working with youth, and I will be working with youth, but because I still want to get better and I still want to get sharper, I need to go to university so that I can sharpen up this, and so that I can learn more, so that I can grow. And the problem isn't so much the fact that you're in a position where, you know what, you can't make money, and you know, you can't live the life you want to live, and you feel like you need to be helping out your mum or helping out your dad. You have to remember that your mum and your dad don't need your money. What they need is for you to be the better version of yourself and make them proud. They need you to live. They need you to be alive. They need you to be making better decisions. They need you to stop walking around with a knife and a gun. Look how many families are hurt over the last 40 years, because this street life ain't new. I'm 33. Like I said to you, I've been a rebel from 13, and again, it's not because I wanted to be a rebel. It's just because I grew up not having. So, if you're the type of young man that's got your mum and your dad in your life, and you're okay, you know, you come from middle class, higher class, or even lower class, but your mum and your dad's there, you've got no excuse to be on the streets. In fact, it's disrespectful. And I don't care if your friends are pressurizing you into carrying weapons, or you move away from them. They're not your friends, they're your associates. No friend of yours is going to tell you to do negativity. None of my friends can't come around me and tell me to do negativity. From the moment they tell me that, say, you know, you see, from now you're being disrespectful, you're no longer my friend, because that's disrespect. But I will go around my friends and tell them positivity, whether they like it or not, whether they accept me or not. That's just the way I am. And I'm not even here to be accepted. I'm not here to be respected. I'm not here to be validated. I'm here to give to bring inspiration to young people, and to let you know, listen, I know the struggle, I know the pain, I know the problems of life, I know the pressures. I know, again, I'm 33 and I'm not driving. I got my license, but I'm not driving. I'm a foot soldier still. My money's not spinning strong. So I understand, but guess what? I got a roof over my head. I can take care of my bills. I got my kids in my life. I got my son who's 14 now, and I got a little man who's 1 years old. You know, I've got blessings, and my first blessing is the fact that I've got life to breathe. My mom, I love her so much. She get me. You know, she always says, "Oh son, I'm sorry that I couldn't give you the things that I wanted." I said, "Mom, all I ever need you to do is keep doing what you've been doing, and that's just pray for me." You know what I mean? And that's it. That's all I need from you. You know what I mean? You struggled by yourself with 5 kids. No man wasn't there. So you know what, Mom, I love you and I honor you. So young people, listen, if you're struggling, speak to me, reach out to me through Twitter. This Twitter's gonna get circulated, and that's all I'm gonna say for now. And just surround yourself around positive people, people that again know the life, know the struggle, want to see you do better, and want you to live. But you see, you need to put down the knife, you need to put down the gun, you need to even get rid of the blood money too, because you can't bring that blood money to your mum. You bring any blood money to your mum for? You can't bring that to your family. We do honourable things. Again, it's not about living lavish. You don't want to die just to live lavish. Be happy with what you got. Be grateful and work for what you've got. Again, I'm 33, but I'm not living the life that I want to be living. So that's all I can say to you. Just try your best, do your best, and again, I'm trying to position myself so that I can be a strength for you lot, because I don't want to see no more young men dying. And you know, again, there's many young men that grew up in different ways. Again, not all young men grew up stable, so those are the ones that I really want to target the most. The ones that didn't grow up stable, the ones that didn't have a role model in their life. You can look up to me, and I ain't gonna tell you nothing that's gonna bring you down, but I'm only gonna tell you things that are gonna build you up and encourage you and inspire you to do more and be more, and let you know that you got worth, you got value, that there's gifts, there's abilities, and there's talents, and they're all inside of you. All you need to do is start thinking the right way and just do positive things. And again, don't worry about what people say and what people think, because no one didn't wake up and give you life to breathe. So what other people's thoughts and opinions of you shouldn't be your business, but what should be your business is what you think about yourself and what your family think about you. And I'm talking about the right family members and the right friends, not the wrong ones, not the ones that are going to tell you to do negativity. So drop your knives, drop your guns, start to sit down and think about what you want to do with your life, and don't be enticed by money. Don't be enticed by, you know, living the lavish life. Don't be enticed by feeling like you need the latest car or the latest this to fit in. And anybody that rejects you because you don't have these things don't deserve to be in your life, and don't deserve you, because you know you shouldn't accept a person in your life based upon what they have around them, but you should accept a person in life based upon who they are. Because at the end of the day, yeah, I would rather sit down with two guys that have the right mentality, have the right heart, have the right character, and try to live their life in the best way possible, than have 10 guys around me that have money, that have cars, you know what I mean, but they've got filthy characters, they're snaky, they don't have the right intentions, they don't have the right thoughts, you know what I mean. They'll look at your woman, and they'll look at you, and they'll look at, you know, people around you in a negative way. They'll do things to pull you down. Best type of people you can have in your life are people that represent love, represent life, represent peace, that want to do good, want to help, want to live the right way. So you have to think about what contribution are you putting in this earth. You know, there's a lot of blood spill, and I'm telling you now, with all the blood spill that's happening, there's a lot of people that ain't happy. I'm not happy. God's not happy. You know what I mean? There's a lot of blood spilled, too much on this earth. Look at the earth that we're living in, and it's not nice. So you have to be that niceness. So young people, again, I'm here. If you want to reach out to me through Twitter, this Twitter again will be circulated. My name is Jay. You can find me Jay. If you put at J91, you will see me come up on Twitter, and you can reach out to me, and I will direct you the best that I can. But you have to be open to listen. And I ain't gonna tell you nothing negative, and you're not talking to someone that doesn't know life and know life. I know life, you know what I mean? And I'm a survivor of all my circumstances and all my situations, and I've overcome a lot. And I'm going to tell you two of the things that's got me through is this: humility and courage. Those are the two qualities that I love the most. Humility means that I don't look at myself as anything significant, to the degree of where someone can say something or do something and it doesn't affect me because I don't see myself in that kind of way. You know, when you think that you're the man or you think that you're the woman, someone can say something to you and it will get to you because you think you're the man, you think you're the woman. But I'm no God. I'm just a human being, you know what I mean? Flesh and blood, that's it. You know what I mean? But I'm not nobody for anybody. I'm just a basic man, and I live my life with humility, so I overlook a lot of things. That's one of the things that you need to have within yourself to survive, because pride is the type of feeling that makes you feel like you need to be the man, you need to be seen, you need to be recognized. Oh, I'm this person, oh, I've got this, I've got that. You hear it all over the music videos and in films and in the environments that you live in. You hear people talking like they're the man or they're the woman. They've got this, they got that car, they got the latest this, they got this house. Pride. You know what I mean? Materialistic things that people are dying for. You want your Gucci, you want your Prada, you want your Louis Vuitton, but none of these people have never walked the block. None of these people have never come into the ghetto and put money into the ghetto. None of these people that you're glorifying, Louis Vuitton, Gucci, doesn't matter who they are, you know, all these celebrities that you're putting on a pedestal, who are they? What have they done for you? You know, if they were putting money into your future and opening up doors of opportunity, then you honor them, and you honor them in the right way. I don't mean, you know, you sell out your soul and you do evil things. You honor them in the right way. You show them appreciation. You buy them a box of flowers. You write them a card. You tell them thank you. You know, you give them some money. You do something for them that's going to add value to them and to show them that you appreciate them. But you don't start running up and down with a knife and a gun because you want the latest car, or you want the latest trainers, or because you want to buy the next best thing. I understand that you never had them things. I know what it feels like. I'm coming from that. One of my cousins right now is still doing is just done 10 years. He came out and then he's gone back in again because we came from the same struggle. My little brother that I mentioned that grew up with me, you know, and I was locked up at 13 and he's 2 years younger. You know, he got locked up at 17 for gun violence and for robbery. He ended up getting 14 years, but because of his age, they considered his age, so they dropped it to 9 years, and he ended up doing 6.5 years. That was at 17, his first ever charge, and he came out when he was 23. He's living in Essex now, you know, with his family. He's a married man, and he's just turned 30 this year, and he's got 5 kids. He's doing good. We know the life, we come from the life, but again, it's about making them right decisions and them right choices, and I had to make that right choice for myself. Like I said, again, I've lived by myself from an early age. I haven't had no support, I haven't had no man in my life, so I've had to train myself, think positive, pray to God, ask him for help, have the right people around me, you know what I mean? I've had to listen to people as well, you know what I mean? I've had to listen to people, I've had to be humble and listen to people and try and make positive decisions. You know, I've got a son, but I've made mistakes. I've failed as well. I've failed many times, but you know, you dust yourself up and dust yourself off and you get back up again, and you just keep trying. You keep striving to be better, and you have to have that mentality. You have to have that winner's mentality and the positive mentality and the mentality that says, you know, I'm gonna try my best to do right at all times. You know what I mean? But I'm telling you now, you know, hitting the road with a knife and a gun and walking around and expecting your life to be better ain't gonna make your life better. The best thing you do is you drop all that and you come away from the environment. You know, you find yourself positive people and you walk with them. It doesn't matter if you think they're cool or not. It's not about being cool. You know what I mean? When you really grow up and you live the struggler's life, you don't want to live like this. But if you think this is some hype, then have a look around. You realize it's not hype. People are dying every day, and some of you young people, are you taking this for joke? You're disrespecting your mom. You're disrespecting your dad. You're disrespecting where you're coming from. You know, I will give to grow up in privilege like some of you young people, that's had your parents in your life. and then you disrespect other people's lives by thinking you can jump on the streets, walk around with a knife and a gun, go out there and rob people when you've got nothing to rob for. Everything you've got is in your house. You know what I mean? Your mum and your dad's provided for you. Your mum's provided for you. Your dad's provided for you. You're linked. You've got nice connections to family businesses. And I don't understand why some of you are out there doing what you're doing. You say that you feel the pressure. No, 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 no. Listen, life is pressure for everybody. But just because you feel the pressure, it doesn't validate you to go out there and walk around with a knife and a gun. The ghetto of 2000 is not the same ghetto of 2020. The ghetto of the 1981 is not the same ghetto of 2020. It's different. There's many opportunities out here for you young people to snatch and take. If you want a better life, then go out there and chase it. There's many examples out there. But again, I'm here to help you. I'm here to mentor you. I'm not here to judge you. I'm here to help you to come away from the foolishness and from the life of death, because that's all this life is. Walking around with a knife and a gun is a life of death, and you want more and you want to do more. So this is just a little insight into me. My name is JeanPaul Waite. Locked up at 13, lived by myself at 16, raising 2 kids by the time I was 18, struggling with money and financial issues from the age of 20 all the way up to my 20s. Been in and out of jobs, couldn't get into the positions that I wanted to get in because of dyslexia, and not only that, but there's some companies wouldn't allow me to reach to the top. I've experienced systematic racism myself. You know, I've had a few attempts on my life myself. I've had people disrespect me. People say they don't like me, don't want to move with me. I'm not cool enough. You get me? I'm not real enough.